Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. So today we just got a cute little quick tutorial on my go-to makeup look lately. I've been loving these products, you guys. Can't put them down. And so I just want to walk you through how I created this look and the products that I use to do it. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I truly do appreciate it. And if you are new, I'd love for you to click that subscribe button, join the Glam Girl Squad because we love to have you. And if you are returning, thank you so much for returning. I truly do appreciate you. And let's get right into this video. So first, I'm starting off with my favorite brow gel. This is by Ashun de Sharif. I am literally scraping the container of trying to get every little last bit of this brow gel. But the reason why I love it is that it holds my brows in place, doesn't make them crunchy, doesn't make them like stiff and like chunky or anything like that. And I just buy like a huge pack of spoolies off Amazon. I prefer to do that than using the spoolie from like from a brush here, because they just get so gunky. And yes, I can clean it, but like, you know, I could just use a disposable one and toss it when I'm done. That's what I like to do. So then after that, now y'all know I be forgetting to order what I do. So I'm just gonna talk about what I remember. Y'all watch over here for what I'm actually doing, and we'll go from there. So after that, I think I went in with the Yummy Glow Serum by Danessa Myricks. Love using this one for hydrating my skin. It's beautiful. So after that, then I went in with, Groundwork. Now this Groundwork Defining Neutrals palette by Danessa Myricks. You guys, now y'all know I love Danessa. Ain't no secret here, okay? So bias is out there. All jokes aside, has to be her best product out there. And she has created a lot of amazing products. A lot of my favorite products are pretty much everything that she makes. But this palette right here is just so multi-purposeful, and I literally can do almost my entire face with this palette. And the majority of this video is with this palette. So it speaks volumes. Okay, you can look at the palette to see the shades that I love the most, to figure out like what shades I use. And this look that you see here, I've been doing basically a variation of this look for weeks now. I just, like, this palette has me in a chokehold, and it's so amazing. So what I've been doing is I've noticed that I need to color correct around my mouth. Now, here's the thing. Color correction for some complexions, it's obvious. Their hyperpigmentation is very much more noticeable. And so you can look at the skin and go, okay, yeah, they would want to color correct those areas, these areas. I would say for myself, I didn't realize that I needed color correction around my mouth because I don't necessarily see the difference in hyperpigmentation just looking at my skin barefaced, right? But I noticed it more so when I would put certain types of foundations on. It'd look ashy, it'd look, you know, gray around my mouth. And I'm like, is it the foundation? Is it the undertone? Is it me? Honestly, it was a variation of all of them. However, I've noticed that when I go in with the shade called Core, and it's not just so much this shade only, I could color correct with anything, but you know, we're talking about what I use today. I've been color correcting with the shade called Core, and you don't see the ashiness, the gray tone, any of that around my mouth, and I am so here for it. And I do need to shave my mustache. I know that will do it as well, but didn't shave my mustache before doing this, and you don't see that gray cast or anything like that. So, that is like saved me lately from not having that gray cast. And I'm like, great, I just know now I need to color correct. Like, you know, that's what I need to do. And so having this shade in here, Core, working for me in that aspect without it being too orange, but it gets the job done. Absolutely love it. So going with that color correction. And so this look honestly was supposed to be my 5-minute makeup look. That's how this video started, okay? That's not how we ended. So I then went in with the Balm Powder in the shade 6 because I was supposed to be doing a quick makeup look. I mean, this do we need to talk about bone powder? You all know about it. Most of you all love it. It's got Upsolite in it, controls the oils, blurs the pores, lasts all day long. It's what it is. So when I want to go, ideally for a 5-minute makeup look, and I'm really trying to use minimal products, I love going in with a product like the bone powder because I get a tint of color. Like I said, it's going to control my oils, even out the skin tone, blur the pores, and it still looks very much like skin, but perfected skin. Now, if I wanted to, you know, do a little more of a soft glam, a heavier glam look, obviously not going in with this product, but that's why I did reach for this product today. I wanted to go in for a minimal look, and this I love for that. I went in with a fluffy brush, so we used the My Kidco 0.8 brush because I wanted a fluffier application. Like I said, we were supposed to be doing 5-minute makeup look. So I've been loving this brush and using it to diffuse the foundation, giving me a nice light layer of coverage when I want to go for lighter looks. Of course, if I wanted this to be heavier in the glam, more full coverage, I would go in with the denser brush. But this brush right here, I've been loving it for just that airy fluff of coverage on the skin. It's divine. Synthetic hairs here, so we're not going to be absorbing a lot of product, and it's so beautiful for the application that I initially wanted. Okay, so then after that, I was like, well, you know, we could add a little concealer. Okay, we could do that. Now, the concealer that I've been reaching for and traveling with, where are you at, has been this Haas Labs concealer. It is divine. So I wear the shade 31 Medium Neutral. I have done a review of this and I love it. It is stunning. I love that this shade is not too bright. It's also not too neutral. Like, it's perfect. But today I wanted to try a different concealer just to switch it up. So I went in with Pat McGrath's, what is this concealer called? Good Lord. Sublime Fetish Concealer. And I wear the shade M16. And I don't know. I feel like the formula has changed with this. Now, granted, I haven't used this in a while. It's been a while. This used to be like one of my favorite concealers, hands down. I do feel like they have changed the formula a bit. And this has either become a little more dry in its formulation. Maybe my under eyes weren't prepped like they needed to be. I'll give it that. But I do love the coverage of this concealer. And it is still very pretty, still very full coverage if you need it to be. So this has not been the concealer I've been reaching for, but I did want to try a different concealer. And so that's why I reached for this one today. However, it still did what it needed to do, and things still look very like blurred and flawless. So I'm going to roll with it. But I did want to point that out. Let me know if you agree with that. I've talked to a couple of you all that's like, it ain't the same, is it? And I'm like, I don't think it's the same either. And if they did change the formulation, I'm like, oh, you should have stuck with the original one. But it's still pretty nonetheless. So I applied that. I love letting my concealer sit and like settle down a bit so I can get the fullest coverage from it. So I think after that, what did we do? Did we go on to the eyes? No, I went to fill in my brows. So I used the Royal & Langnickel Balm 510 brush. This has been my go-to brush with this palette for my brows. Now, can you see the shades I've been using for my brows? I mixed the shade Tourmaline and Chiseled for my brows. So I dip into Tourmaline, then I dip back into Chiseled, dip into Tourmaline, and then I dip back into Chiseled. I use this brush just to start sculpting out my brows, filling it in. Love the combination of those two shades together because I like a more cooler toned brow. I don't like my brow to be too dark, too heavy, too warm. So mixing those two shades together gives me the perfect brow shade. And I really love the texture of this velvet pomade because it stays in place, but it's also very easy and very forgiving to use. When I was initially doing my brows, I kind of added a little bit too much out here. So I took the shade Sandstone in the velvet pomade formula, just swoop, swoop, took out that extra pomade, and then I was able to like add the pomade on top how I wanted it to be. Stunning, stunning. So I have not used a brow pencil since I've gotten this palette and used it on my brows. It's just, I don't really know if I would go back. I don't know. I'm not saying I would never use another brow pencil, but like I love the way my brows look with this palette and the Velvet Pomade formula, and it just works. Y'all, it just works for me right now. Okay, then after that, I think I blended out, I think I blended out the concealer, and I used one of my favorite concealer brushes. This is the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy A506 brush. Love this to blend it out. And it was in the blending that I was like, yeah, this Pat McGrath concealer, I think the formula is just a little more dry. But we were able to blend it out, got it where it needed to be, and we're just gonna move on. So I think after that, I went to do the eyes, and my go-to eye look lately has been taking Harvest Core. We'll add a little bark to it. Oh my gosh. Today I threw in a little tourmaline, and it's just stunning. And what I love about this Velvet Pomade formula and the Shape and Fix powder formula is that you can use them in any order and they work so well together. You never get that pilling effect. It doesn't ball up on each other because you're doing Velvet Pomade formula, then Shape and Fix powder, then Shape and Fix. Like, it just all works together. So the shade Mirage, I love using the Velvet Pomade formula in the shade Mirage to even out my eyelids. And I love that it evens it out without it looking too stark, too light, too white. And what I have noticed is that because my eyes crease, like for the most part, my eyes will crease, especially if I put a cream formula down. But sometimes they will crease under powder. I need to set this Velvet Pomade formula on my eyes. So I go in with the Velvet Pomade formula first, then I set it with the Shape and Fix powder of Mirage. Then I went in with Harvest in the powder formula. Now y'all watch the video because this is where I get real lost. Okay, so y'all just watch what I have up here. Don't look at what I'm doing. But I think after that, I went in with the Shape and Fix powder in Core. Then I think I went in with the Shape and Fix in Harvest, or was it Bark? Or did I, nope, I think I did the Velvet Pomade in Harvest. Then I think I did Velvet Pomade in Bark. Y'all just watch the tutorial because I don't remember. But I know the shades that I use. How about that? And we've got this eye look here. After I built like the skeleton and the framework of the eye, on the lower lash line, I do remember going in with, I think I went in with Harvest and Bark and then Tourmaline. I also used Tourmaline on the outer edge of the eyelid, just to add a little bit of dimension. And then for the inner corner, just to brighten it up, went in with the Velvet Pomade of Sandstone and then topped it with the Shape and Fix powder formula. And I am usually someone who loves a shimmery eye. If you know me and you follow me for a while, I rarely do an all matte look. But honey, it's something about this palette. Like even today I was like, should I throw a little shimmer on? Just, you know, a little razzle dazzle. And I'm like, but this is the look I've been going for lately that I love. And I didn't. And I don't even feel like I need it. Like, nothing's wrong with shimmer. I still love my shimmers. But like, this is the look that I've been going for. Next time I use this palette, I do want to get into more of the cooler tones of the palette. I've done looks with this being more cool. But like those shades that I just showed you, Core, Harvest, Bark, and Tourmaline. Right here, these have been the shades that like I cannot stop using, that I just use over and over and over and over again. Then I went on to the cheeks, went in with the Velvet Pomade shade in Harvest. Now on the face, I don't have to set the Velvet Pomade formula. I can just go in with it. It lasts all day. It doesn't crease on me or anything like that. And I love it. Then for what I do after that, I think I went in and set my under eye with the Evolution powder, shade 01. So I went in, set the under eye, and I might have done this while I was still doing my eye look. So if I did that, like I said, you watch the tutorial, don't listen to me. So I went in with that, set the face. I used the shade Tourmaline in the Velvet Pomade formula as my lower lash line eyeliner. And I love that it stays in my waterline. It doesn't budge for me throughout the day, and it doesn't irritate my eyes either. Like, this palette is safe for eyes, lips, face, whatever you want to put it on the face, it's safe for that. And then for cheeks, I did go in first with the Danessa Myricks Balm Powder Flush in the shade Bellini. Love this. I mean, this is stunning. Absolutely love it. Lately, I've been wearing this as also part of my lip color, but I didn't do it today. But lately, I've been throwing this on the cheeks and throwing it on the lips just to have that uniformity there. And then I have been loving the Valentino blush. And this one, I'm wearing the shade number 4. So after applying Bellini, I'll go in with this blush shade. I topped it on the cheeks. I love this like soft satin formula, and I love like the addition of color that it adds to the cheeks. And then for highlight, I've been really enjoying this Valentino highlighter in shade 111. You can use this on the eyes and the cheeks, and I want to say I have used this on the eyes before, and it's really pretty, soft shimmer. Today I used it on the apples of the cheeks and then also as my highlight. Nothing overly intense because I have been vibing really hard with a nice like soft matte look, and y'all know I'm a glow queen. I usually love the glow, but like this has been where it's at for me for a little bit, and I'm enjoying it. So I like that this is a softer highlighter. You can definitely see the glow, but I love the perfected soft matte skin that you also see here. You know, getting us ready for this fall winter weather. And then what I do after that, throw on some lashes. Okay, I have finally figured out how to wear these lashes. So thank you, Andrea Renee, once again. She gave me a good tip. Well, she gave everybody a tip, but it worked for me. So her tip was with these lashes, and if you don't know about them, these are the Kiss Impress lashes that already have glue on it, and you literally are just supposed to like plop them on and you're done. It's supposed to be the easiest and the fastest application of false lashes, right? And what's different is that you put them under the lash versus on top of your lashes. So I tried putting these on, and I didn't know what I was doing. Couldn't figure out why it wasn't working for me, why I couldn't get them to stick, all the things. And so she was like, put mascara on first. So the mascara I've been loving as of late has been the Tarte Tubing Mascara. It is ride or die mascara for me. Doesn't smudge, doesn't irritate my eyes, definitely adds volume and length. So like this is a great mascara that I will wear just by itself when I don't want to wear false lashes, but I want my lashes to be very much present, okay? So added that mascara first, and she was like, then add these lashes and you shouldn't have a problem. And I think the glue of the lashes will adhere to mascara, and almost like the mascara almost acts like a magnet and holds the lash there in place, okay? And at that point, it does become easy, fast, quick, and it's been my go-to. So what I like about these is that I can do a little subtle lash. So I just added 2 of the individual clusters on both eyes, and I feel like it literally looks like my lashes. Like it looks like, girl, you just got some full lashes. I know I do. I just got on a little cluster, a little extra cluster. And because I figured out how to put them on, it does make it a lot quicker to throw on a little va-va-voom with the lashes. I usually just add them right here on the corner. I don't go all the way in, and I also don't go all the way out on the outer corner because for my eyes, it will stab a little bit if I can't get it in the right position. And I'm like, I use these when I want to be quick and fast. So if I got to spend a whole bunch of time on it, it defeats the purpose, and I don't want to be doing that. So I just put them like toward the outer edge, but not all the way on the corner. Then I put one right in the middle. That's all we need. That's all we need. Another little tip from me to you. Maybe this will help you. When I go to put them on my right eye, I will apply it with the longer. So I use these tweezers that come with it, or these lash applicators that come with it. I think they work really great, so I suggest using them. I'll hold the lash on this longer end here, and I will apply them here with my right hand. Also, another tip, especially if you're just in general having a hard time applying false lashes, take your mirror and hold it parallel to the floor. Then look down. Now you have the benefit of looking down, seeing where to place the lash, and your eyes are open. Game changer. Thank you, Allure Magazine, for giving me the tip years ago. It has made lash application so much easier for me. So what I do, take this, the longer edge, hold the lashes, and then I look down and I'm able to then apply it. And it like literally just like sits in place. Also, last tip here, don't apply the lash too close to the inside of your eye because it might poke you there. Apply it closer to where your real lash is, and it just like locks in place. Give those a try. Then when I go to the other eye, if I hold it in the same position and try to apply it here, I can't see. Like for some reason, it just don't work. It just doesn't work. This is what works for me. What I do is I take my left hand, flip it this way, so now the longer edge is pointing toward the right. Then I go, I can see now, apply it. 2 seconds, I'm in and I'm out. Y'all already saw the application. It was not long. What you saw was real-time clips. The only difference was if it took me a while, like I cut out, like the 2-3 seconds that I'm taking to like adjust it and turn it around, but like you're seeing real-time footage of me applying them and being done. These are game changer. Now, I know that was a lot, but if you do it while I say it, it actually is not a lot. And hopefully the tips that I give you helps you to apply them faster. But these were sent to me by Kiss, but trust and believe me, I will be buying more of these because they're a game changer. The ones that I'm wearing today are the Voluminous Medium Long Style. Okay. After lashes, I think we sprayed with setting spray. So I did go in with the Set It Forever, the Set It Forever Mist. Love this one. This is my second bottle of this one. It's a go-to setting mist for me. And then I also use the new LYS Natural Finish Skin Loyalty Blurring Setting Spray. I love this one because even though it's mattifying, it's not overly matte. Does set the skin, and I do think it also blurs the skin. I also love using this one when I don't want to use powder, but I want to set the skin. I think it does phenomenal for that as well. And then after blush, highlight, setting of the skin, lips. My go-to lip combo. We're going to start off with Bark as my lip liner, basically. We might fill in the lips just a little bit with Bark, Velvet Pomade Formula only. Then I go in with Core to fill in the middle of the lips, Velvet Pomade Formula only. And then today I took a little bit of the Velvet Pomade Formula and Bark, and we just added a little dimension on the outer edges of the lips. Honey, stunning. Sometimes when I wear this combination of lip color, I will add a gloss on top. Today I didn't want to add a gloss, but you might want to add a gloss if you feel like, okay, this is not adding enough moisturization for me. Don't want a gloss. It's beautiful. It lasts a good amount of time on the lips as well. It feels like nothing on the lips to me, which is why I like it as well, because even though it's not going to be a hydrating formula, it's not an uncomfortable formula for me. At least for me, it's not. And then after I did that, I went in with the Evolution Powder in shade 02 and just dusted that all along the skin just to make sure that my skin didn't look too I don't want to say lifeless, but like just to bring a little bit of life back into the skin. And then I finished with the Set It Forever Mist. And y'all, that's the face. This has been like my go-to makeup look anytime that I've needed to put makeup on for the past few weeks. And like I said, I may not have used the only product, honestly, that I changed out today that I have not normally been using has been the Pat McGrath concealer. Usually what I've been using, Danessa Myricks Vision Cream Cover in shade N06. This has been my go-to concealer with the Balm Powder in shade 6 as my base. That has been my go-to, but I was like, let me switch it up. But yeah, guys, that's the look. So tell me what you think of the face. What have been the products that you've been reaching for that have just been like, that have you in a chokehold, like your go-to makeup products? I want to know. Leave them in the comment section down below. And if you made it to this point in the video and you haven't yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad because we'd love to have you. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.